This is an awesome location, but it didn't really start that awesome.
Okay, so there's a speed camera up here, and Chelsea's gonna see if she can hit 65. Now you're gonna have to get out and take a photo of every single sculpture.
No.
And then we're gonna do like a big montage. We were a little bit nervous taking it on a bit of dirt for the first time. The Interpretive Centre here actually shows off the dinosaur really well.
Watch out with your drone, Bryce. There's 7 pelicans just flying over here.
Oh, I'm gonna go get them. We've just called into Emerald and we are at camp. It's called Higher Ground, unpowered. I think it's like $12 a night. We've got our trusty little bit of a mud map. It's very detailed. So we're gonna go have a look around and see where we can find a site.
We're all set up. This place is really cool so far. It's like a massive bush camp. You just camp down in these people's property. We haven't met them yet, but I think it's only like $12 a night for unpowered. There is a heap of water taps. Oh, and there's a horse. There's a heap of water taps scattered around, so we're actually plugged into water, just done a load of washing.
You were a bit jumpy there, weren't you?
I didn't know what was happening. Hi, mate.
I'm going to say hi.
Oh, what she doesn't bite him. Are you allowed to pat it? Yeah. I don't know what. I get scared of horses.
You're right, mate. While we are in Emerald, we thought it was best to go and stock up on a couple of spares for the caravan. We did it with our last van. It was one of the things I really wanted to do with this van as well. So I've grabbed 2 sets of wheel bearings and 6 wheel studs and nuts. They're just great spares to have. And if you are traveling and you don't know how to put them in, it's a great thing to learn to do also. But also if you do have them and you need them and you can't put them in, someone might be able to give you a hand along the way. One of the first upgrades we're going to do on this van, and probably one of the most important ones for Chelsea, she's over here, she actually told me to say that, is actually put a washing line up. You can get these kits from Bunnings. It's a balustrade kit with a turnbuckle. We've actually got leftover wire from last time we did it. We don't use the stainless steel wire because what happens, well, from what I've heard, is that when you've got hair and you walk underneath it, it catches it. So we use the galvanized rope, but it's actually got a clear plastic coating and it seems to work really well. This is all you need: wire, turnbuckle kit, some pliers, some screws, tape and a drill. Let's get stuck in. Where's my trade assistant?
No, not me.
Not helping with this one?
No.
Okay, well you just use it when I put it up, all right? Before we get started, we probably should check that we've got enough wire here. So Chelsea, you want to just check?
Plenty.
Plenty, all right, good. That would have been embarrassing.
I always tell Bryce off for keeping too much stuff, and then turns out 4 years later, you actually need it. Sorry, Bryce.
Handy tip to remember is to roll your awning up and check that you're not going to put your washing line across your door, over your lights or even your windows, so that way you're going to miss it all the way through.
Just draw a line across the top of the van with a permanent texter.
You're funny, aren't you? It's like you don't even care about this thing.
Jack of all.
Sorted. Now I don't have a proper crimping tool, so my electrical crimps will have to do the job. Alrighty, it's all finished. Can you reach it all right?
I can just reach it, that's alright.
Perfect.
Just can't have it up like all the way. We've got to have it tilted.
Have it down low enough so that you can still get onto it. Beautiful.
Nice work.
You can hardly even see it there.
2 minutes from where we're staying is Lake Maraboon. If you have a boat, apparently it's meant to be awesome for catching red claw. We actually chucked in a net last time we were here and I'm pretty sure someone raided it. So we've kind of got a bit of a sour taste in our mouth to put one in this time. If you didn't want to stay at the bush camp type campground we're at, there is a big caravan park which overlooks the lake and it's got awesome views. Watch out with your drone, Bryce. There's 7 pelicans just flying over here.
So I'm gonna go get them. Come here, Mr. Pelican.
They might get you. Oh, you're actually flying near them. Don't! Go away, Bryce. They're going to take you down. We don't need to lose another drone.
We're not going to lose another drone.
think Lake Maraboon is really low, and I think it has been for the last few years. So as you can see, the waterline's here, and if I spin around, there is some concrete steps, and I'm pretty sure that's where it's technically meant to be up to when it's good, and that's like a little swimming area. But it is so far down.
We have made the trek from Emerald through Barcaldine and about half an hour south to Lara Wetlands. We've just pulled up, Chelsea's just closed the gate, and we're gonna go pay and go have a look. The road in was about 15 k's of sand, a couple of little corrugations, but overall it was really good. We were a little bit nervous taking it on a bit of dirt for the first time, only because our last van had so many like stone dings in the top of it. So give us your
Looking at it now.
Give us your recommendations for stone protection, because we're gonna have to look into it. Chelsea, we all good?
No, I think we're right. It's hard to tell if the bugs are
Dense or not?
Nah, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
We really need like a stone stopper or something. Let us know your recommendations in the comments below. Look at this, Lara Wetlands.
Yeah.
This is an awesome location, but it didn't really start that awesome. Started with me in tears, actually.
Yeah, so I'll take over from here. We pulled up, found a nice spot. There was plenty of room there. Anyway, we had a lady come over it and go, you can't park here. So we've already encountered our first park policeman, a little bit of a Karen telling us that, oh, we're parking too close, when everyone just wants to get a nice waterfront site.
Okay, bit of context, she had nothing to do with any authority here. She wasn't a camp host or anything like that, just another traveller in for the night. As you can see, everyone is parked up like facing the water. Everyone wants everyone wants the opportunity to get a nice waterfront site. So much room here. There shouldn't be any issues, but apparently there was. So I came back to the car crying, saying, she's being so mean to me, but in a few different words. Yeah, so we found another spot.
Much nicer.
Oh, there's my little rant. I feel a lot better now.
Get it out, it's okay. All right, Juice, stop digging that hole.
Oh no. Wait, out.
Fill that one back, you know. For the last couple of weeks, we've been testing out the Blue Eddy AC180 portable power station. This has actually been super helpful for us because we don't actually have a big battery system that we can run some of our AC appliances with. And the power station is only 16 kilograms, which means I can move it around the caravan to where I want. And my favourite spot is probably in the bathroom, so I can straighten my hair every morning. Oh, come on, I thought it was to use the washing machine.
Oh yeah, also in the bathroom. All right, let's go straighten my hair again.
Like Chelsea said, she's able to use a hair straightener, washing machine, and the biggest one is we've been able to charge our laptop. The laptop, Chelsea uses it for editing, we use it for our work, but we also use it as our TV at the moment because we don't have a TV in the van. So it's getting used probably maybe 6 hours a night. And not to mention the constant phone charging. We've got an awesome wireless phone charger up the top here. Blue Eddy have a smart app which connects to your power station. It's able to track your power usage and how much power is going in while you're charging. Plus, you can change your charging modes all through the app. The power station has an 1800 watt pure sine wave inverter with two 240 volt plugs. It's got one USB-C port, 4 USB-A ports, and a 12 volt car outlet also. On top is a wireless charging pad. This power station has a lithium iron phosphate battery with 3 different ways of charging. It has AC charging, which you can actually set to 3 different modes: silent, standard, and turbo, so that you can actually charge the power station up to 80% in 45 minutes. It's got 12 volt charging capabilities, so you can plug it into your cigarette lighter, and an inbuilt MPPT solar controller, so you can actually plug a solar panel straight into it. Recently we've noticed lots of people travelling with Starlink, so we thought we'd use that as a bit of a test to show you how long the portable power station will last. As it is, the Starlink's using about 50 watts, and it'll run for about 15 hours at that. And if you're only using the Starlink a few hours a day, you could probably get 4 or 5 days out of it.
Another cool thing about the power station is it tells you how much charge you've got left, both on the display screen and on your app. So at the moment we are at 98% and apparently it's got 25 hours left. That means 25 hours left to charge and editing for me.
Or Netflix.
Or Netflix and chill. And lastly, Blue Eddy have a 5-year warranty. If you're after any more information about the AC 180 portable power station, make sure to head to the description below the video. So Lara Wetlands is known for some thermal pools, and we've just found the little river, creek.
Yeah, so it's a flowing artesian bath. It's filtered through the sand, so it comes up through over into the pool, and they've actually got a channel where the water runs out into the big wetland sort of lake bit in the middle.
I'll show you. So we've got the pool up here, which we'll show you in a sec. Runs through here and out to the wetlands. Oh, that one's cold. That one's definitely a cold plunge. Maybe you need to go in there first and then hop in the hot springs.
Yeah, go hot, cold, hot, or
yeah.
Cold, hot, cold.
I know, like when you're a kid and there was like a spa at the pool and you just jump in and out of one. Surely I'm not the only one who did that.
No, I did that. We are getting ready to go over to the hot pool, had some dinner, it's dark out, we're gonna try and film, but I don't know our chances. So if there's nothing else after this, it was too dark.
But we are gonna do an early morning dip as well before we head off tomorrow morning. So if we don't show you tonight, we will show you then. Alrighty, I think it's safe to say we'll be filming in the morning. Catch you then. Good morning. We're giving it another go. It's a very still, frosty morning. It's actually so cold out here.
Yeah, it's freezing, but it is daylight, so you'll be able to see us get in the water this time.
So last night, I could only stay in at like 10 minutes because I was so hot in there. It's like 38 degrees. And the closer you get to like the little waterfall where all the water comes out, the hotter and hotter it gets. Yeah. It was nearly unbearable.
It is so nice in here. It's like 38 degrees and it's really like warming you up.
We feel very refreshed after our dip in the hot springs this morning. We're out for a walk in Barcaldine.
Barcaldine.
We are saying it correctly.
Because last time we got hounded by people just calling it Barcaldine. No, Barcaldine.
Barcaldine. I mean, that's how it's spelled.
Yeah. Anyway, but we're in Barcaldine and you can't come in here without heading to the Tree of Knowledge, so we thought we'd come for a bit of a walk down the main street and go have a look.
So the Tree of Knowledge is significant because this is actually where the Labor Party in Australia started. And here you go, Tree of Knowledge.
We are stopped up in Aramac. Chelsea's just having a bit of lunch. I wolfed mine down so that we could get ready to go out. In Aramac, they've got a sculpture trail. We're going to go have a look at doing that. In the meantime, we've pulled up at the Freedom Camp.
Where
We'll just put the name right
Yeah,
here.
Chelsea will put the Wiki Camps link here. It's a donation camp, it's just outside of town. There's some water taps around also, so it'll be a good little base for us to go disappear and have a look at this sculpture trail. Now you're gonna have to get out and take a photo of every single sculpture.
No.
And then we're gonna do like a big montage. There's something like, what, 30 odd sculptures or maybe more?
Something like that. I don't know if we're going to get to all of them. I don't know how quick this is going to get old, especially if someone doesn't appreciate art.
No, this is fantastic. I think these sculptures are really cool because they're like made out of scrap materials, and I get this type of art.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to say it. All right, anyway, let's take a look at the Brolgas.
I understand we're in Queensland, but do you reckon we could make a petition to get it changed to a pale ale?
You could make something up and just put it there and see if anyone notices.
Yeah, just change the yellow to green with the Cooper's Pale Ale. Be perfect. Halfway around the sculpture trail is Lake Dunn. We've come out here just for a look and a break to get out of the car for a bit. You can camp out here. There's powered and unpowered sites. The reason why we didn't come and camp out here is because if you come out here and then want to still do the sculpture trail, you've kind of got to drive the whole thing anyway. What do you reckon on this?
Apparently you can swim here, but it's a little bit murky, so...
No, you're right.
Is there crocodiles?
No, don't be silly. He's not having a great time. Oh, poor fella.
This was meant to be a really aesthetic shot of us just walking out of here, but you're not playing the game, are you, mate? Come on,
Not a fan.
quick. I'm just going to stay here.
He's pulling up stumps. He's had enough. Here we are, we're in Muttaburra, hanging out next to a Muttaburrasaurus. Fun fact, this was actually one of my favourite dinosaurs when I was like 10. It was fantastic. So it's cool to come to Muttaburra and we're going to go have a look around the town.
There is an old shop and hospital here that you can actually walk through, but unfortunately it says by appointment only. You have to go to like the visitor centre or something and book a tour. We don't really have that kind of time to organise a tour today, but that would have been really cool to look through. I want to see all the old hospital stuff.
Why? You don't like that stuff?
Oh, I mean, it's creepy, but it's
Never liked any of that stuff. It just makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
Oh.
Juice. Scared ya. Here's some stuff. It's like old shaving stuff and...
Boot polish.
Oh, I could do with some of that, actually.
Yeah, when was the last time you polished your boots, mate?
The last time you did it.
That's right.
So just a couple of years ago, where we're standing right now was a big inland sea. And these are all the dinosaurs they've now found. That's where we were the other day, Roma. That's where we are now.
Our Muttaburrasaurus died on land, but its bloated carcass would have floated out to sea on a tide or in a storm surge.
Well, there you go. I would hate to come across that.
Yeah, so then its body sank down to the ocean. It was quickly covered up with sand and mud. So then it gets preserved in there and then lost and everything built up over the top of it.
Something I find really interesting on the dinosaur trail is most of the skeletons of the dinosaurs were actually found by the farmers out here. The soil is something a bit different apparently. It's like black, and I think after the rains it kind of brings things up to the surface. And like the one here in Muttaburra, it was actually found by a farmer. He got off his horse and noticed the rocks were a bit different. There was actually bones in them, so he sent them off to the local museum and they came back that it was a Muttaburrasaurus. Very interesting.
The Interpretive Centre here actually shows off the dinosaur really well. As you can see, there's like a life-size one behind me here, but it's also got replicas of like skulls and legs and bits and pieces to really show you what it's like. And they're just donation things. If you feel like putting a donation, put them in. We're going to drop a few bucks in here because this is really cool.
Well, welcome to the centre of Queensland.
Well, technically it's not.
Close enough's good enough, yeah?
Yeah. So the actual centre of Queensland is in a farmer's paddock, but he's not kind enough to open it up to everybody. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't want people like me cruising around my block. So I don't blame him for closing it off.
After we were done in Muttaburra today, we decided to drive to Longreach. Now we're staying at the Apex Park, which is a really big low-cost area. So you've got the actual Apex Park and then you've got overflow. Now when we got here at about 3 o'clock, it was absolutely packed. So we're in the overflow section, but the overflow section is kind of nicer. It's like a big bush camp. I'll just spin you around and show you. Longreach has a heap of attractions. It's quite a touristy town. So you've got the Qantas Founders Museum, which Bryce actually did last time. We'll try and find the video, put a little card up here if you want to watch it. There's the Stockman's Hall of Fame Museum, which is another big one. Now, the tour we wanted to do was going to be $100 a person. Not really in our budget this week, so we've had to say no to that one. But apparently it's really good. We're gonna look around the town today. It's got quite a big main street, a heap of nice little shops, and we'll take you around. You can get a bit of perspective on Longreach.
From the Apex Park campground, there's actually a big bikeway walkway that you can actually take all the way to town. So we're going to go for a bit of a cruise along here and see where it takes us.
It was a bumpy ride. They don't make the bike tracks quite as nice as in the city out here.
Yeah, perfect if you're on a bike. Skateboard, not so much.
Especially mine. I haven't got the big off-road wheels or anything like that. It's just an on-road board. And I was just getting shaken to pieces.
Okay, so there's a speed camera up here and Chelsea's going to see if she can hit 65 and get a speeding fine on one of these bad boys.
Who are they going to bill it to?
Yeah, you haven't got your registration plates on or your license plates.
Maybe on my helmet. What do you reckon? Here I go.
65.
Hey Juice, what do you think about our new pet?
Well, got a pair of brolgas coming to join us in the van.
No.
Hey, you're all right. Yeah.
Watch out, Juice, he might get you.
Hey, he's looking to square up, mate.
These are the local brolgas that just hang out in this campground. There's also a few roosters and chickens.
Yeah, a couple of roosters, chickens, brolgas.
Thanks for watching another video. We really appreciate all the likes and comments, and we'll catch you again next week. See you later.